Hello, we are looking at making this little grabber dealy bob here. Um, so um, you can see here it kind of extends and grabs things. You can see somebody got carried away with this one already and broke it a little bit. So we are going to try and hopefully make it a little better than this one as we go also. So these are the kind of generic parts you're going to be looking for here. And let's jump right in and start drawing here and we will see how this goes. So we're going to start off with the basic repeating piece here that's going to repeat a whole bunch of times, and we are going to make a little rectangle. This one was about 1/4 inch wide, so let's see if we can make that a little wider for us. So let's dimension this, and we'll say that was 0.25 inches before. Let's go like 0.35 maybe. I don't know, we'll play around with that and see if that looks pretty good for us. The length of it, these ones were about 2 inches, so let's try 2 inches. You can change that number. Don't make them too long, you're just going to use up a lot of material, and you might end up breaking things pretty easily too. So let's put some lines down the center. This is going so that we can reflect this later. That's going to help us out, making a construction line to make our lives easier a little bit later. And we're going to start drawing some circles. I want to line it up so it's going to be in the center there. Right now, I'm not going to worry about how big this is, and I'm going to put one in the center also here. Notice this came up as a construction still, so I want to turn those back into normal circles there. And I'm going to dimension this center from the top edge there. Actually, I want to dimension it from this outside edge. See what I did there? It's measuring it from the outside edge. And I want to say that's going to be at least 0.2, maybe. That looks kind of big, doesn't it? 0.15. All right. That looks weird right now, I know. Let's dimension this. This needs to be the size of the bolt here. So you need to get the calipers and go measure that. I'm going to make up a number. It's not going to be correct. Do not use the number I use right now. You have to go measure it. I'm going to say 0.1. I'm going to say 0.08 right now because it's definitely too small. So if you try and copy me, I'll know really easily. That's going to be way too small. And I'm going to make it the same as this. I'm going to make them equal. So that equal button made those equal there. All right, and I'm going to reflect this over the center line. And I'm going to reflect it down there. There we go. And I want to put some fillets, this tool, round off those corners. So I'm clicking all those corners there. And I can adjust it here, make it look pretty good. Find something I like the look of. Let's zoom in on that a little bit so I can see it a little better. And make that look pretty good. All right. And I'm going to put that out there so it's a little cleaner looking. All right. Actually, I'm going to put both of these on this side. So the next, we are going to have to just make a whole bunch of these, right? So I'm going to do a rectangular pattern, a linear pattern, excuse me. And I'm going to select all the parts I want. So I'm selecting all my parts here. And look at that, it's going to repeat them there. All right, and I'm going to put them pretty close there. Don't have them actually on top of each other because the laser is going to go over that twice. So don't do that. For the sake of keeping it just simple for you guys, we can do it like that. All right, and I want more than 3. It's going to be an even number because these come in pairs, right? So I'm going to do 8. All right, there we go. And next, we want to make the 2 different types. So the one's the handle part, and one's the actual grabber part. So let's jump back over here, and we're going to take one of these, and we're going to copy it, because these other pieces are going to be very similar. And I want to put just that over here somewhere. All right. Now, let's look at this. Let's do the pincher part first, right? So the bottom part's exactly the same, We just don't have that top third hole there. And then we kind of do just some cool little pincher shape. Notice the pincher here, it's going past the center, right? So it's not straight up here, right? It's going a little further out there. All right, so let's get rid of all that. Let's draw with our spline just some cool little pincher shape here. Going, again, that's going past out here somewhere. And we'll do a little whatever, whatever, you make it look cool. And I'm going to line it up there. And the reason I drew it separate right now is I'm going to extend this line up there. That looks pretty good, right? Again, you can play around that, whatever it looks. Just make sure that that is further to the right out there. And then we're going to want to repeat this again now for the handle part, right? Essentially the same thing we're doing here, except for now we're adding this little loop on the bottom there. So I'm going to delete all those bottom parts. I'm going to zoom in there a little bit. And I'm going to just draw some cool little spline handle thing looking on here. Something I think my fingers are going to fit into. Again, this is kind of up to you. Make you look like something you're going to like there. That looks pretty good. And now let's draw the inside. Not bad. You can play around with these and change them if you like, if you think it's going to be too skinny there. Right? Do whatever you like here. And essentially, you got all your parts now. Last thing you need to do is make these. Let's put these nice and close together here. We'll put one there. And we'll make this guy, we'll move him. Notice I'm using the transform tool here. Sliding it there. And that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to copy both of these and make a second set because I'm going to need two of these. I'm going to slide that up here, making sure they don't overlap. Looks pretty good. Right? All right. And you're done. Go cut it out. See if it works. If it doesn't work, we can always change some things and edit it a little bit and have fun. Bye-bye.